Theo, it's been a while since we last spoke, and I think things have changed a bit since the new head coach come in. So, how have you found it since new manager's come in?
It's been thoroughly enjoyable. Everyone's taken to the new style of play really well. I think actually probably better than maybe we even expected. To be honest, I think results have been quite a stark contrast from the turn of the year to February, and from February until now, it's been quite a huge difference. It's been a big confidence boost for a lot of players. And everyone's bought into the style. It's just been a really enjoyable couple of months. Granted, it's a shame that we're not playing for anything, and it would have been nice if we still could have, if we had 10 games left and we thought, like we could do another 7 or 8, we could get another 7 or 8 wins here. But that's not to be. So we'll try and finish off the season as strongly as possible, and everyone who's here next year will be ready to go and firing at the start of next season.
For you personally, how have you found the season? To make it over 15 goal involvement, seems to really enjoying football again.
Yeah, no, this season's been thoroughly enjoyable for me. I mean, like I just said, it would have been nice to get to this point of the season and for us all to be playing for something. Ultimately, I think that's what everybody wants. The fans, the staff, and the players. Everyone wants to be fighting for the promotion, even if you're just in the playoffs. It's something to really gear towards. But it's important that we don't sort of just rest on our laurels and sort of not try our hardest for the last 2 games. It's still important. Players are playing for contracts and stuff. And for me personally, I've had I think 16 or 17 goal involvements this season. So I mean, my motivation is catching Aaron, who's on 18. That's my main motivation for the next 2. But I've thoroughly enjoyed it. The fans took to me very quickly and very well. And we've had a good rapport all season. And yeah, I've just loved my time here, to be honest. So I would just like to obviously thank everyone involved. Yeah.
We're looking ahead to this weekend. It's Crawley, kind of similar to us. Don't really have too much to play for, but if anything can be taken from some of the games we've seen recently, anything could happen. Anything
could happen, and I mean, especially in these kinds of games, almost anything could happen anyway. But that being said, it's kind of a localish derby, and if nothing else, we should be playing for our pride. And everyone who's here next year should be looking slightly towards next season, and finishing off the season in a good vein of form can lead you into next season, and that's important. And look, we're all we're going to be in until the 7th of May anyway, so we're as well just doing it to our absolute best. I think that should be the attitude, and that is the attitude amongst the squad. So Crawley on Saturday, and we'll be looking to come away with another 3 points, to be honest.
Reflecting on the season, obviously some big highs, few lows, but in terms of you as a player, what do you think you've learned, and what do you think you've improved upon? I mean,
for me, it's been quite fascinating to see what confidence can do. I've always known that confidence is so crucial in sport, but in a team sport and as a collective, it's the first time I've ever seen it to such a stark contrast. There's almost like an invisible energy that's going around. It was strange. Once our confidence dropped, it was like we're playing with a rugby ball for 2 months. It was crazy. So I mean, I've obviously learned that almost your mentality. Like we've seen in the last 10 games, that it was never anything to do with the players. It was never anything to do with the ability on the pitch. It was to do with the mind, and that's one of the biggest things I'll take away from this season, is just that collectively, if things aren't going well, just go back to the basics and look at what we did in the first 10 or 15 games. We were scoring goals, we were doing things properly, we were winning game after game. So as a learning experience for me anyway, and I'm sure quite a lot of the boys my age or younger will have learned that when things aren't going that well, just strip it back to basics sooner, and just and build from there again, and keep believing that you're good players and you're supposed to be here.
Obviously, living in East London as well, have you found that?
Yeah, of course. I mean, I'm obviously much closer to a lot of my friends and everything again, and so that side of it's been really nice. I was obviously, I've been in Manchester, I've been in Lincoln, and it's quite isolating. I don't think people sometimes always think about what a footballer does in the other 18 or 19 hours of his day, but when you're just living alone and you've not got friends and family and stuff around you, and you're not actually playing football, that can be quite an isolating place. So for me, my happiness off the pitch has sort of brought, I think, happiness on the pitch as well. It's been a really nice blend. The downside, obviously, is that spell that we had for a couple of months. I picked up an injury, and it was over the winter. It was just a bit of a bleak time for everyone, but especially for me, not being able to play and stuff. But on the whole, it's been really lovely to be back in London. I've obviously reconnected with a lot of friends who I had from years ago, and I'd made new ones as well, and that's definitely benefited on the pitch. And like I said, I've loved every minute at Leyton Orient, and I wish everyone every success in the future, to be honest. Yeah.
And then going into next Saturday as well, final home game, and a chance to finish the season with a bit of a flourish.
Definitely. And they'll hopefully still have something to play for. And I mean, I've got nothing against Tranmere at all, but it's always nice to stop someone's promotion. You don't want people partying in your own backyard or whatever. I think it'd be nice if we can obviously give the fans a proper send off and say, look, the season didn't go quite to plan, but there's something to look forward to next season. But also for our own pride and try and get 6 points from these last 2 games, and really at the start of next season, I think the gaffer said it a few weeks ago. He said there's a bit of a difference between finishing 16th, 17th, 18th than finishing 12th or 13th. I think next season when teams look around them and they say, they finished 11th or 12th, they're going to be all right next year. Finish 18th, 19th, you're maybe not getting that sort of reputation. So it's important for everyone to finish off the season strongly, and it would be nice to come away in the last game of the season with 3 points. Hopefully the sun's shining and everyone can go and get a well-earned rest.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
Thanks.